secret to a successful Kaiko's run is Red Bull vodka.
Psyching!
Here come the ultimate hammers. The fucking Tahitian prince.
So tell us.
What do you want to know?
I don't know, just tell us a bit about this.
Fucking, this is like old days where we used to just all rally up the fucking original A-Team Voyagers, just fucking jumping in the back of a truck and loading up and doing as many runs as we can. It's like old days.
And why'd it stop?
Wait, what happened to the A-Team chat? The A-Team chat is still alive. It's not dead yet.
Oh, there's another secret
But
WhatsApp group.
It's turned into the Secret Sendos.
Ah.
Yeah, all we do is Secret Send now on our subs. So it's like we've kind of like evolved, but we can't forget where the roots are.
Yeah, man.
Like right
I don't
here.
even want to look at a
We're all
sup again,
sending.
bro. I don't even want to see that shit anymore.
I don't blame you after that fucking race.
Yeah.
Mental.
Yeah, Robbie. How are you, bro?
Josh.
Good to see you, man.
Oh, we got Veeks? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's the captain or something.
Did you guys just do one?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, we were out of sync.
Yeah, we were
Right.
just one ahead of you guys.
Right.
So now we're ready.
Sick.
Now we jump in your car. Fucking.
Robbie, you coming?
I gotta hit that. My windows are like.
Getting smaller and smaller.
Which way are you going? You going that way? Which way are you going?
I can drop to the car.
Oh, one or two? Top bottom.
How's that?
Oh, 125.
Yeah.
How's that?
You like
I don't see her already. He's on a moped.
Not like that. I asked.
I don't know where he is though.
Yeah.
He almost got mobbed the other night. You heard about that? No. 2 nights ago, they fucking almost got mobbed.
White guy.
Him in first. We were in Waikiki and these guys decided to mob him. They just ran. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Lucky he's fast.
It's like, do not hang out. Message to people not from Hawaii. Do not hang out in Waikiki past 10:30.
Yeah, right.
Get out of there, especially if you're drinking.
But what were they doing?
They were walking home.
Oh, really?
Like
Just mind their own business.
the guys, they look for the drunk guys, and then they fucking mob them. It's
Right.
probably a bunch of angry surfers. Are you back right now? Oh, you made it!
Yeah, I got a bunch of nicks I gotta do.
Doesn't make sense to put all this stuff down.
You made it!
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is no way I would do that. I thought he did the HK. I went down like that.
Oh, you're going for the black belt.
He's trying to go for the black belt. Next year, y'all go black belt. HK to here, prone, unassisted.
You got it.
I go no end up.
You're hungry for more sup.
We had to go try the small. I had to go try the small.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get going. Oh, Uncle's here. I do 3 sessions in one day and finish it up.
Yeah, Cole.
Oh, you're vlogging?
Yeah, 100%. How are you?
Good, how are you?
You bugging?
Like my chest is sore for some reason.
Yeah.
Like just from the paddle.
Yeah. That was my lower back, dude.
Yeah.
From like, it must have been like that. Not even like we're paddling for that long. But,
From the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just, I don't know, my lower back never gets sore. And then it just felt, yeah, a little bit sore.
Yeah.
Can't believe you're on the sup again. After the race, I was like, I'm not fucking supping again for
I'm
ages.
kind of done with the substitute. Yeah. Just wanted to film.
Ah, okay. You don't want to shoot.
Yeah. But I put this thing on. Like little Velcro.
Oh, for the paddle.
So at the end, I put a head mount on. So I could like put my head down.
Wow.
It worked
That's
really
clever.
good.
Yeah.
So like my back to get around.
Yeah. Clever. Clever. How are you, bro? Good to see you. Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you.
Yeah, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you, bro. You guys doing the Kaikos just then?
No, we did White Kai.
Oh, wow.
South, yeah.
Sick.
You did. You just did one. Hey.
I felt like that's tired.
All these group training. Let's go up.
Yeah, let's go. Oh, God. So, first of all, just want to say thank you for having us for this month.
Yeah.
This is my second time foiling in Hawaii, and every time I come,
That's right.
the vibe that we get here is you can't get it anywhere else. Like,
Right.
I actually feel like a fucking celebrity here. People are like, you're Josh Q!
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Oh, I love it.
it's fucking sick. I love it. And everyone's like just pumped to foil, and yesterday's Kaiko run, like the 20 of us just jumping off the rocks, like that's
Yeah.
what it's about.
Yeah.
I love that stuff.
It's cool
So-
because like as excited I was for racing itself, to me it was like racing, it brings people together.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, and it's like, you're just like, if a bunch of us came out to Australia, like you guys would be stoked, right? Because you'd be like, let's go on runs. And it's just such a cool,
It's
like,
so
welcoming
amplified here, but like I don't know if it's the same with you back in France, but like back home there's like fucking 10 foilers. Here there's like at least 10 out every session that we go. That's what it's so cool.
Yeah.
And everyone rips here, dude. The level here is so high.
vibe. Yeah, yeah. It's been cool because it's like, you know, like,
Stay here.
you know, we have such a big surf culture and ocean culture here, and you know, like, it's foiling's always been so distant for us in a sense because all the manufacturing companies are so far away. But we're like, send us some foils from Hawaii. Like at first, it was so funny because like when the Takumas first came out, I think it was the first Kujiras. Like even Kai Lenny had a hard time getting one, and for a while Kahi was the only one that had one, and like. I think like Laurent or whatever his name was, he said like, oh sorry, ask Kai, you know, like about getting the foil. I'm like, dude, it's Kai Lenny, he's like the godfather of foiling. You get him a damn foil. But like it's just, it was like in the beginning it was so hard for us to get gear, but you know, that's when we're frustrated, we're just like just send us stuff. Like we got great waves, we got great downwinding, and it's like the community is gonna just fully thrive and just flourish out here. But it's just been one of the things with foiling, manufacturing stuff. So that's why we're like, you know, like honestly, like we're super stoked for James, guys, because it's like for some foilers to just go out and make their own stuff and then ride it and be so successful on it. It's like a huge win for the whole foiling community, you know.
Totally.
So we're stoked for those guys.
I can see why the level here is so high, is that you literally have the best prone waves, and it looks like every day there's blowing winds in summer that you can downwind.
It's crazy, you know, like the clips I see you guys in Australia and where Mr. Bennett is foiling, I'm like, we're all like, what? How's those waves? Like perfect point breaks, nobody in the water. You know, like we foil out here, it's great, and I think it's just, we have so much changing conditions. Yeah, like you said, winds, waves, crowd and obstacles and people and stuff.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, you know, like I said, it's a great surf community. I think everyone's, especially in the South Shore, we like, you know, like my whole foil story was when I would surf. I live on the South Shore. We only get to surf for like the summertime, 4 months. And out of those 4 months, maybe 4 times it could properly be like a surf session where I could take on my shortboard and have fun. Out of those sessions, maybe 2 waves were memorable. And then out of those memorable waves, maybe 1 is like, wow, that's a really good wave. And then of that wave, it was maybe a 20-second ride max, but like maybe I had a nice turn or something, a good barrel. But with foiling, it's just, you're getting in the water more, you're having more riding time, you have more repetitions and turns, more waves that you've ridden, and you're getting in the water more often, every day, like frequently. And so overall, you're just happier, healthier, fit, no one's ever in your way. And I think a lot of people, especially here on Oahu, South Shore, and even in the North Shore, because we have pretty drastic seasons, it's just, for the people who like didn't want to do other things and they're just surf brain, they could maybe see the glimpse of what foiling could do, and that's what it is. Just get you in the water more. The more you're in the water, the more happy you're gonna be, and that's the secret, you know, just happiness, you know.
Talk about being fit. With this month of all the racing, were you ready?
I'm reflecting back and I'm looking at it now.
Did you do enough?
I think a lot of us, we did a lot of downwinding, right? And so we're very sharp in the bumps. You can read it great, really good and efficient. There's almost, you know, we have, I mean, it doesn't sound like compared to you guys, but like, I feel like we have challenging conditions enough where, you know, like if we can decipher and surf the bumps off of channel walls, or, you know, just in comparison to Maui where it's corduroy. But what I'm trying to say is, you know, like we have the vision and the experience and the composure and the patience for the bumps. But yeah, preparing for next year, I think definitely I would have to implement fitness in a sense, because yeah, like I said, we were downwinding a lot, but it got to a point where, you know, we'd go on these long 15-mile runs, 20-mile runs, and you wouldn't really be fatigued because you should be standing there. And looking back, I remember when there was a moment when I would be prone surfing more, and my just pump cardio was insane. And so like when I'd go to downwinding, it was so easy. And then, you know, as we're preparing for racing, you know, the surfing less, you know, just trying to stay sharp, and they're just like a full opposite, like where my downwinding was sharp, but my pumping was just terrible. And it's like, thinking back, like, you know, we used to fly out here in Waikiki, and we would be up at 20 minutes at a time, just super easy, comfortable, very strong, you know, lungs are good. And then I was just thinking like, damn man, like, how can I not pump 100 yards into the beach, like after a foil race? Like, it's like, so I think, you know, with that in mind, and I think it's cool because, you know, it's an overall sport, right? I mean, like, everyone who saw James, like, that was an amazing thing, right? We saw the video where he was in third place, came in, fell down, and you know, your first initial gut feeling is like, oh shucks, like, well, he did good, he got third place. But then if you follow the whole story, he popped up, pumped in, got a good wave, had the fitness, and then he won the thing, you know? So like, a lot can happen. And I think as important it is to go fast for 85% of your race, like the meat of it, like the start and the finish is so influential. And you know, this was just year one for us learning, and now we know how important and how influential it is. And it'll be cool because now next year, you know, we have a sense of how to prepare, how to train. And for sure I'm gonna try and keep up my pumping cardio and implement it, you know, because I think early on we were trying to, you know, I had an idea like, yeah, like what will be the way to properly, you know, like train, right? And I think for those who want to compete at a high level, you really have to sit down and think. And you know, it's a whole program, right? It's pumping, it's staying sharp and downwinding, it's nutrition, it's rest, it's recovery. There's so much, you know, like
It's a sport now.
it's a sport.
It's a sport.
You know, it's shifting from guys who have just been able to do it and just be talented and have fun at it. Now you got to turn your brain on and get your body.
I think that's
in
what
peak
I think
form.
that's what it was a lot this year. It was a lot of really good foilers taking on the channel and then realizing, shit, I'm not really ready for this.
Yeah.
And like, which is kind of good because we were honest with ourselves and was like, we need to think gear, we need to think strategy, we need to think diet. Like, we're just like, you've seen the prone paddler guys. Those guys are fucking athletes.
No, it's wild. It's crazy. I've always had that in the back of my mind where I came from a canoe paddling background. So when you do those races, your body literally hits the wall where like your systems are failing. And at that moment, it's either you've done the preparation or you haven't, and your body's gonna fail or you're gonna push through. But that was interesting because now in foiling, our body doesn't hit that like endurance wall because it's only a 2.5-3 hour race or so.
Yeah.
Usually your body hits the wall 3.5, 4 hours, 5 hours. So all those guys on the prone boards or this normal SUP boards, crazy.
Animals.
It's torture.
Yeah.
You know, it's nothing's like pleasant about that experience at all. Maybe the achievement, but like it's just complete struggle and torture. But with foiling, it's enjoyable, it's high speed, but your body's still going through the same amount of duress as far as, you know, we're still crossing, you know, 32 miles. But I just, you know, like it'll take a few years for us to learn our bodies, not only like survive 32 miles, but now I'll be able to survive and go fast 32 miles in a racing sense. But it's interesting, you know, because this race, it's, you know, we learn so much. It's, you know, it's a blend of surviving and it's a blend of racing, you know.
What would you do different? What did you learn?
Fitness. Yeah. So like,
So you like the lines were what you've practiced before because you've done a few crossings before.
Yeah. I was very stoked with my line. Like
Yeah.
I ended up being a little bit north of everybody, but I ended up coming to the island in a nice, comfortable place near Hanama Bay.
Yeah.
So towards the end, I was just kind of like nose down and surfing rather than like quartering and pumping. So it was very comfortable for me finishing. But yeah, the one thing I would change is definitely fitness. I had such a roller coaster of a high and a low of the start. Flat water pumped, I was behind Kai and all the top guys. I was like, yeah, I'm kind of in it. Like, let's go, this is gonna go great. And then like my life started flashing before me because I saw I was like gassing out and the wind line was like in reach. But I was like gonna black out. I was, love you, brother. But I was like blacking out, you know? I was like, okay, like, so I was like, okay,
What
let's
was
just.
that timing? How long were you pumping, you think?
2 minutes. Pathetic. That's what I mean, you know? It's crazy.
But there was
But
a lot of things going on. There was fucking
it's
a lot of anxiety, a lot of fucking
mental
stress in the air.
Yeah. I think, you know, like a lot of people too, it's like you could tell from the guys who are experienced, like, you know, they're staying away from the beach, they're staying away from the scene. A lot of guys were on their boats, a lot of guys were back at their apartment just waiting. Because, you know, if you're around too much and you see all this commotion happening the morning of, and you're stressing about, I gotta go put my stuff on my boat, I gotta go set up my board and everything, right? It's like you're like draining yourself mentally, right? Your heart rate and your stress and anxiety is going up. And then we're on the starting line. You're looking around and then, you know, you get it, you know. And so it's funny because, yeah, like pathetic, 2 minutes, you know. And it's like, I know I'm capable of more, but I think for sure, you know, flat water starting and just pumping in as long as you can and making some kind of workout scheme to get fit in that sense, you know, it is a great way to look at starting and stuff like that, you know.
Pretty impressive seeing pretty much 90% of the competitors flat water from the get-go.
Yeah.
That was really impressive to see.
Yeah. Another thing too, you guys like came down and then you're just so gassed. Like drank so much water before the race even started. And then for a while I was so katsu or fried that I couldn't pop up in all the boat wake. And then it was so funny, as soon as that popped up, I was like, bro, I need a gel. Like, I need this for like, you know, this was supposed to be for the end. You retire, I'm like, I need this gel now. Boom, like 5 minutes from the race, I was like, and I had to gel up, you know?
Yeah.
So, but I had 2 gels, so I was like, pathetic, you know? I got to gel up right now. So funny, you know? But it's all learning. I think, like definitely fitness. I'm not worried about line because I'm very comfortable on that channel. I think maybe, you know, like normally going on North Line is like the paddleboard, SUP, canoe line, and you know, but I think the foils they quarter so well that it's doable to kind of rum line it or straight line it and keep it going. But
you're a mentor for pretty much a lot of the crew here, downwinding across the world as well. What do you see next? Like, you know, with the vibe that you've seen this year with race month, what do you think is going to happen in the future? Do you think they're going to cap events because they're that busy, or do you think they're going to make it more inclusive so these events are fucking huge?
It sounds like
where's it going?
I'm stoked because, you know, we've organized a few local races. I just hope that everywhere where foiling is a hub, like where you guys are from, in France, where Tom's from, Tahiti and all these places, you know, once we start seeing little local races pop up, we're seeing more riders getting into it, more people watching racing, and so it's gonna be like more people are gonna get into it. And for me, I'm just so stoked on the growth of the sport. people are going to be stoked. It's actually a really healthy, happy, friendly community, and you know, like, yeah, like, I just chat with you on Instagram. Come out here, I'm like, bro, like, let's go. You stay at my house.
I feel like
you know
I've
what I
known
mean?
you forever.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I think that's cool though. It's just like an instant connection with all foilers, just because, you know, we all start from zero. We come up together. It's stoked. But I think, yeah, like for the racing season, I think it'll be great to see all the local places start to pop off, and then
Start becoming like a bit of a circuit. Maybe.
circuit, yeah, just like the world. Like it'd be cool like the world tour, because a lot of times when you have, like in my old sport of canoe paddling, you probably have like, you know, 6 to 8 local races a year. Maybe you would travel to an outer island for a race, another outer island for a race, and then the channel is like the Super Bowl or just like the grand finale. So I think it'll be cool, like, you know, just to see people race around the world, get better, the equipment will get better, strategies will get better, the athletes will get better. It sounds like Molokai next year, I mean, I don't want to spread rumors, but they're gonna potentially dedicate another day to us, where the prones and the sups, you know, they'll have their glory day, and then we'll have a separate glory day. I think there's a lot of safety reasons in it too, just because we're just going so much faster, the boats, and it's just, it's a busy channel. But I think that'll be great for the sport. Just, I think this year we were capped off at 40. And I just see next year, just those numbers growing even more. You know, because last year, Maui to Molokai, we had 7 competitors. And then this year we had 45 to 50. So I can only see that number going up more. And it's going to be great. Like I was just talking to Jeff Chang and just a couple of Voyager buddies about like, hey, it's gonna be a long off season, you know, like we should put together an off-season race and just have fun races, you know, like a Halloween race or a Thanksgiving race, like holiday races where it's maybe not so important to like be like, I want an off-season race, like, yeah, like, sorry bro, Molokai is like 6 months away, that we're just getting together, having fun, people still staying sharp and I think too, there's a lot to say for like racing experience, you know, just being composed, knowing how your body and your mind performs under pressure. I think, you know, like for me too, is like I always get like this weird mental mind block like starting, you know, like in a race, like it's like, you know, you get shaky wobbly legs and you're just like, you feel weak. But you know, like when we go on our local runs, it's like not even a worry in my mind. It's just like whoop, and you up pretty quickly and easily. But it'll be good, you know, like the more races we have, the more frequent it happens. I think everyone's gonna just, I just look forward to it. Just gonna grow.
One thing that I noticed kind of happening in the background is that foil companies put a lot of money and time into progressing these wings, which is amazing for the sport.
Yeah.
Like the competition is so cutthroat.
Yeah.
And like if you're not in that top tier, you can't win.
Yeah.
You can't win on gear that's like, you know, a year old. It needs to be made for Molokai to go fucking fast.
Yeah.
And I think that's only good for the sport.
It's crazy because you know, you think about it in like our voyaging hearts, like downwinders, we're the apex of the sport, you know. You know, like wingers, proners, you know what I mean? Like you can make an argument that wherever you foil and whatever you start, you know, if you start as a proner, eventually you see the clips of downwinding, you're like, I kind of want to try that. Or if wingers, you see wingers or you see kiters and then be like, I kind of want to do this but without the kite. So I think there's a big interest and like entertainment part as far as downwinding, but there's like a catch-22 because I feel like the big foil manufacturers make all their monies in different markets, right? I think I was talking to Oscar and he was saying, you know, the data is just like the pump foiling, the wake foiling in Europe, winging and kiting is huge. I had no idea, you know. Out here we just think it's just surf and downwinding, but in other places of the world, and really like when you're looking at revenue generating sources, it's not downwinding. But like I said, it's interesting because I believe, like I said, it's the apex of the sport. a lot of people look, aspire, and get inspired by downwinding. So there is a value for the companies to make great racing wings. And you know, I think human nature, everyone's so stoked and competitive and like just fascinated and entertained by racing itself. And there's just so much chatter like, oh, you saw James hold the Kufa, I think I'm gonna get a Kufa. Oh, what about all those action foils? Da, 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 da. How's Josh on his prototype? How's similar? You know what I mean? There's just so much chatter and talk. So it is super influential, you know, racing and gear. And you know, I think, you know, Tom's been staying with me, and one of the things he said is like, hey, the company that comes out with the latest wing is going to be the fastest or the best wing, you know. So it's just kind of like, it's funny because you can kind of pace yourself, because like, you know, like after Molokai, like I'm kind of ready. Like been chatting with the R&D team and like, hey, let's do this, maybe this, but there's so much growth that can happen in 1 year. You know, so much things that you can learn. Or just even taking old stuff and trying new combinations, tail wings, mass placement, fuse lengths, boards. Like, it brings new life to the gear. You're just like, holy smokes, that was fascinating. That felt like an awesome race setup, you know? But it's just, I don't think we've had enough time, like, you know, because we're always on for me, I've always been on a constant search for the fast things, but every time you change something up, you just get like, that could be good for racing, you know? But like I said, we got a whole nother year before Molokai, you know, looking forward to gear getting better, but there's so much that can change. And we've seen it, you know, like when you first started foiling to what you're riding now, the boards even, right? So, yeah, everything's gonna get better. Maybe it's the last company that comes out with the wing before the race could be the fastest one, right?
No, I love it. That was great.
Yeah.
Really good.
Stoked.
Perfect.
Thank you, Josh.
Yeah.
Stoked, man.
Yeah. No, that's like.
Never finishes a story, that man.
Take it to the beat. Come on, everybody, let's do it.
Hard to pump into that wind, eh?
There's plenty of ways, dude. There's plenty of ways. Yeah.
No, this is the first Keiko's run ever. I've been waiting. Alright, go. Cool.
That's hairy. That's the scariest part.
There's almost always people down here like hanging out,
Yeah.
like, you know, bumming rides up, meeting up here. But with
and this is Tongs, right?
This is Tongs. We'll go Keiko's to Tongs. It's about like a 4 cam, like 2.5 mile, you know, downwind that kind of skirts the surf line. You can go out a little bit further, but mainly kind of stay along the surf. But it used to be a lot more people that did it, but you know, so many people.
This isn't much. Over here.
This is a pretty good day.
Yeah, right.
But it used to be a lot more before everyone got into sup.
Right.
Yeah, and so
Because
now
everyone was on the prone vibe.
Yeah, and all of a sudden we had this like prone chat, and all of a sudden the prone chat just like one day it just went silent. You know, we're like, wait a minute, no one is proning anymore. I gotta learn this shit.
Yeah.
How's it going? I'm Nunny. I ride for Wet Feet Hawaii and on F1 gear, and we're here at China Walls, oil famous China Walls, and we're going to be going down to Diamond Head.
This is your local?
What's that?
This is your local?
This is our local?
Your local?
Our local break?
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
well this is your local run?
This is our local run.
Yeah.
Typically most of the foilers here, if they're downwind, they're going to start from China Walls. We usually jump off that little point right there, get out to the wind line, and then it's a straight shot down towards Diamond Head. If you're lucky and you get a ride, you can go up to Sandy Beach, which is a little bit further up. Otherwise, ADs, that's probably my favorite run.
Yeah.
There's a lot of energy out there, but super fun to have you guys out here.
Epic.
Thanks.
I
Whatever side you want. Oh, bomb! What? Coming for you. Yeah. Oh, that's the speed. Oh, and let's do a big round out. Sunset sand. Sunset sand with the glass off. Just had a rain squall. Boys are still sending it.